What's up, guys? Gorilla Bird. Woke up this morning and looked at the weather and decided not to go. Thought I'd make a quick video and go over it with you and explain why I decided not to go today and show you my rough flight from last month at the fly-in when I flew in some really turbulent conditions. So when I woke up this morning, first thing I did was check the radar. It was raining when I went to bed last night. There was a weak low pressure system moving through. It was a really slow moving system. It only made it about halfway across the state since I went to sleep last night. The airport we're flying out of is sort of in the middle of the state, so it was clear of rain. This system was moving to the northeast very slowly, so we had an opening in the middle of the state. Precipitation was probably not going to be a factor, at least for an early flight. Next, I went to Wind Mapper to check on the surface winds at Wauchula. They were reporting low 5 to 8 miles an hour. Looks pretty good. I call that okay. My next step after that is to go to ryancarlton.com and check the winds aloft. We see here winds at the surface 3 miles an hour. Very flyable, but wait, 938 feet, 18 miles per hour. That's a 15 mile per hour wind gradient. So that tells me there's going to be some turbulent air. Surface winds, yeah, okay. Precipitation, probably okay to get out for a little bit. 15 mile an hour gradient? No, I don't think so. Gorilla no go. Someone posted a comment on another video the other day that kind of stuck with me. The normalcy of complacency. Basically, what that means is anytime you decide to push the limits of what you consider normal or safe, you reset the meter on what you feel is normal until the new normal is what you used to consider dangerous. Now, it doesn't mean don't try and learn new techniques or improve your skill, but if you set safety limits, don't keep pushing them because eventually they will become irrelevant and you will find yourself in something you don't want to be in. Poor pilot decision weather is our #1 killer. Just something for people to think about when they are deciding on if they should fly or not. I've heard the term bump tolerance used a lot. Heck, when I first started flying, I flew through my own wake and thought I was going to die. It scared the hell out of me. As you fly more and more, you get used to it and can stand a little bit more bumpy weather. But at what point is that too much? I guess people will probably discover for themselves, but I found mine on this day. This was the third day of a local fly-in I went to in the beginning of last month. I had been able to get some good flights in and was really enjoying myself, was feeling pretty confident. So this morning we all woke up early and the winds on the ground were calm, 3 to 5 miles an hour or less. Some of the other trike and quad guys were out and took off. Looked okay to me. So I had looked at the winds aloft this day and noticed that pretty low, fairly low at 300 or 400 feet, there was some higher winds. But above that, above 1,000 and 1,500 feet, the winds aloft were calm. So I figured I'd give it a try, and I did. So pretty quickly I started to hit that layer of bumpy air as expected. Didn't seem anything too bad, so I went ahead and flew through it. Now keep in mind, this is filmed with my GoPro 7, which has amazing stabilization, so it really takes a lot of it out. So by the time I hit 500 or 600 feet, I was pretty much paraparked above the field. But I just continued to climb straight up through it, and eventually the wind started to lighten and I started to make forward progress. Once I hit 2,000 feet, it was just as calm and smooth as can be. I flew out to the east for about 40 minutes. I had my cell phone out, doing a live Facebook video, taking selfies, had my gloves off. It was a little bit cool up there, but smooth as can be. I really thoroughly enjoyed that part of the flight. At some point, I started to wonder, hey, Where's everybody at? It's beautiful out here. How's come you're not flying? Looking around, I didn't see another pilot in sight anywhere, so I started to head back to the field.
Alright, so we're going to kind of drop in here upwind so we don't got to fight to get back. Should be descending down into the bumpy here pretty soon. Right about where the clouds or the fog layer is, it starts to get pretty Whoa,
yeah, so about right here I started really getting rocked. And remember, the GoPro 7 stabilization just takes all the fun out of it. I was getting thrown around all over the place. I didn't have any collapses or anything. It's just a little bit rougher or more turbulent than I would like to be flying in. This was the first time I ever found myself up there, wishing that I was down there instead. Now I know why no one else is flying. Ha, imagine that. You just remember your training, fly the airplane, it's going to go wherever you point it. I made it back on the ground safely. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I just wanted to share this. It was a learning experience for me. I guess everybody kind of has to figure it out on their own, but maybe this will help somebody make a good decision. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. If you would, throw me a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thanks guys, Gorilla out.